to, yes, welcome to, I don't know what to call this show. We're going to talk about TPT.
Yeah.
I'm Mike.
TPT show.
TPT show. Yeah, I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, we need a name. We have
This
to think about
is
it.
a good question. So normally before the show, Enrique and I sort of prep and we talk about things, but today is a little bit different because
Yeah.
we were looking at data and I wanted to get Enrique's reactions live on the air because I find that when we chat about things before, her reactions are so genuine, but then later on, that exact same question, there's not as much energy. But
So, I didn't study for the test. I have no idea what you're
yes,
going
that's
to ask
exactly it.
me.
Okay.
So,
Not that it's a test, but kind of like a test. Okay. So
okay,
the
I'm
question
ready.
so and actually I legitimately have questions for Enrique, but I'm doing it in a public forum because then people who watch might jump in with their 2 cents as well. So the question is, we want you, if
Yeah.
you're still watching the video, we want you, right? Like if you've watched YouTube videos, if you watched us for a while, we know you're out there and we want to hang out with you. And the question is, how do we hang out with you more? And Enrique has an idea.
And I have something to tell about this.
Okay.
We want you only if you are polite, you are nice, you smile, and you're not grumpy. If you are one of these things, please look for another group, look for other partners. We are not like that.
It's kind of funny. So okay,
Sorry, I had to tell you.
you're not wrong. I think people sort of gravitate to the groups that kind of match. I don't know, like, because if you don't like my style of conversation, you have already stopped watching a long time ago, right? And
Yeah.
so yeah, like, okay, so that's really the question. If you like the kind of stuff that Enrique and I are chatting about, then you'll probably like hanging out with me more and hanging out with Enrique more. And so the big question is, do we need, I was going to put yet another TPT seller Facebook community, but I thought if I put yet another, it kind of like biased it and seemed like, do we have too many? So Enrique, how many TPT seller Facebook groups do you know of? Like if you were to count them on your hand,
Ooh.
saying them out loud.
I think at least the big ones, at least 4 or 5. And then there are tons of little groups if you want to do mailing lists, or if you want to do, I don't know, Facebook ads or Pinterest or whatever you can think of, you can find the group on Facebook.
Or those.
I find I find that Facebook groups are great to hang on with people. It's the fastest way, it's the easiest way, it's free, and I like it. But I don't like some groups because they are toxic. Every time you ask a question, there is always somebody ready to jump at your neck and bite. And yeah,
So
that's not what I want. I would like to have, I told you, I'd like to have a Facebook group for a SEOTpreneur, but a public group and a place where people can feel safe, where people know that they are not judged or
so
stuff like that.
I guess my question for you, Enrique, because I don't hang out in TPT Facebook groups or in the forum,
I know.
but why don't the moderators like do so I, in my class, like I'm grade 8 teacher, right? Like, so if someone said something that was maybe a little bit harsh, like where are the bystanders or the people who are like, oh, like, or like changing the, like, or the teacher stepping in, like, why
Uh, I don't know, but they try. There are groups where people try, but it's not always possible. I don't know the reason. I don't know.
or just the culture becomes like it is.
I think it's yeah. It's you have to complain about TPT at least once a day. I
Okay.
don't.
Right.
TPT is my, I'm lucky because it's not my only source of income,
Right.
but TPT is something that brings me joy. So if something is wrong, I don't want to blame TPT. I want to find a solution. And I think that if we want to create a new group, we are looking for people like us, people who look for solution and not try to complain, waiting for someone else to solve their
Okay. So
problems.
I love active citizenship and people sort of chatting and like by putting a voice, you get to sort of help shape your community. So I love that. And if you're still watching right now, or if you're watching this video later, like,
We have two viewers.
Yeah, you get to start to shape the community that you're part of. So I know there's a lot of people who watch it's fun to watch the comments on YouTube because sometimes you see the same name over and over again.
Yeah, I'm learning because I'm not notified. Since it's your channel,
Yeah.
I don't receive a notification when someone leaves a comment. So I try to go there and look at least once a day in order to answer and to chat with people. I
Right.
love the people that leave comments in our video. They are nice and polite and funny.
Okay. So what I want to get feedback from you, Enrica, is I'm going to put out a Black Friday sale for SEOTpreneur PRO. It'll probably normally it's $10 a month. So I'll probably do it like 50% for the year for the annual. So like $60 for the year. And this is the ad that I was going to put, and I wanted to get your feedback on this form. So
I didn't see it.
can you see this now? Oh no, I haven't.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Sorry.
Right.
Sometimes my Italian stuff.
So the idea, sort of same thing. Like, what if there was more joy and less drama, right? So okay, so here's where I'm starting with, and then you tell me, without will this get the kind of people that you're hoping for, Enrica? And
I think so. I think it might work. I like it.
so some people listen to the videos, and so then in that case, it's a visual medium. But basically, the idea is there's like 6 ideas. The first one's the idea that, like, I'm human. So I'm saying I started with I as opposed to we, and I wasn't sure if it's better to say we or if it's better to say I.
Oh, I think it doesn't matter.
Okay. I hear that, but on our TPT stores, at the very beginning, I used to say we, like the EduCircle store. Like, we love having you here. And then I realized it was better for me to sell myself as a single person, so I switched to I. Do you use I or we on your store, Enrica?
I use I. I'm a single person, so.
Right. Okay. So if you're watching this video later on, and thank you to the 2 people who left comments about their favorite fonts, handwriting fonts, and there was another one too. But okay.
It took me a minute to understand what she was saying.
Oh,
I read the name and I said, "What is that?"
In the comments?
Yeah, about the font.
Yeah, it's a good font. Did you look at it? Did you Google the font?
No, not yet.
Okay, so I think people who don't like this idea won't even sign up. They're not even interested, right?
Yeah.
And then I try to put a pretty picture on the left-hand side, the idea that there's many ways to get to the TPT product page.
Yeah.
Because I think
it makes sense.
Yeah, and most people, I think, when we get grumpy, we're only focusing on that green box. And we get mad at TPT search, but really there's a lot of places the water comes from. Okay, so here is my question for you, Enrica, because I've changed a little bit of what SEOTpreneur PRO looks like. And I wonder if you can share your screen and log in, because I don't think you've seen it.
No, I haven't logged in
you want to share your screen?
So I can share screen. So share screen. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
This is exciting because it looked one way.
Oh,
Big fan of just starting, and now it looks slightly different. Ooh, there we go. So if you go to SEOTpreneur.com,
yeah.
and I
There it
love
is.
watching people use the internet to see how they use it. All right, you want to log in,
Log in.
right? So by the way,
This one.
yeah, does it remember? It's the same password for the.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Accept all. So, yeah, it's different from before.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's easier to see what's inside, so I like it.
Okay, so
And,
we're doing something new.
mm-hmm.
We have a top score page. So the idea that I had was basically every time you leave a comment, you get points. And at
Yeah.
the end of the month, whoever has the most points wins. Okay, so wins mic time. Now, mic time, normally when I chat with people like small business people or like brick and mortar or TPT sellers, my rate changes based on how much money you've made in your thing. So I'm gonna steal the screen for a second.
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen this either, so I'll show this to you. So my price now is I charge based on which milestone you've hit. So I charge $300 an hour if you're at that third milestone, or if you're brick and mortar store. And most brick and mortar stores, if they've been around for a couple of years, their business has made $500,000 like lifetime revenue. And then because I have a soft spot for us who are just starting, I offer discounts based on which milestone you're at. I'm at milestone 2. Enrica, are you comfortable sharing what milestone you're at right now?
I'm at I hit the first one and still there.
Congratulations. What did they do? Did they send you an email, or did they?
Yeah, they sent me an email of congratulations and I think a $10 gift card.
You got a gift
$20
card?
gift card. Yeah,
I
I
like
got a gift card.
a TPT gift card.
Yeah.
Did you get a TPT gift card like for other people who hit the milestones? I don't think I don't remember getting a gift card, but
I think it's something new because I hit the first milestone last spring. So
okay.
it's
So the idea I had with the points, if I go back to the top score, was basically if you're the top person at the end of the month, like, oh, you get 15 minutes of mic time, and then you can bank that time up and then spend it however. So some people I meet with on a regular basis, other people I just meet for a single session, and then we sometimes we look at SEMrush data, or we look at keyword data and try to figure out a strategy. So, okay, here's my question for you, Enrica, because I've asked a few people.
I'm ready.
Okay, if you won this, you have the top score, would you rather have mic time, or would you rather have credit for SEOT hosting?
Personally, I would prefer to have mic time because, it's, I love chatting with you, but I think people would prefer to have a CEO discount or something, or credits or points or something like that. So they can choose, they can use, and they should be able to choose if use this credit to buy something or to have time with you.
Yeah. So this is if you're still watching and this kind of stuff interests you, like, you should join, because you can provide input and say, Mike, yeah, no, those points should totally be worth like credits, or like we should be able to choose. I think what I am going to do is eventually, like, the points that you get, I thought about having, like, you could trade them in for hosting credits, but I haven't figured it out yet. But okay, so that's the mic time. Can you switch back to your screen? Actually, I'm going to switch back.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So the last thing I wanted to get Enrica's reaction live on the air. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you click back on the Pro to go back to the main page?
Yep.
Oh, that might have taken you to the SEOTpreneur. So actually go back. It's interesting to see how people use the internet. Can you go back to the pro login?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I need to clarify what the pro login is. Okay, go up to the top.
Sorry.
No,
Okay,
it's me. It's okay. Can you click on Coworking Space?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think I know what is it, and I love it.
Okay, so what do you think it is, and what do you like about it? Because
I think it's like a joint session where you can step in and work at whatever you're doing, and then chat about things and ask questions and ask for advice and stuff like that.
okay, so the idea came up in the last homework club, and Andrea was sort of chatting about other things people have done, and the co-working space idea, there's this book, Coffee, or
it's like a coffee shop where you go to work,
right?
So it's virtual.
Okay, so can you go back out to the front page? And then
here.
Okay, so I've got to put them both there. Click on the word pro, because that'll take you back to the main.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sorry.
No, it's me. Click on the Monday, November 20th one, the co-working space.
I have to see it. Here. No, Sunday. Okay, here.
Okay, good to know. Neat. So Andrea and I were both there, and we started by chatting about what we were going to do, and then we worked quietly, and I was incredibly productive because I could see Andrea on the screen, even though she was watching me, and she was doing her own thing, and I was doing my own thing. But then at the end, if you scroll down to the comments, so one of the things that I started to do was write what I was doing, and then afterwards what I actually got done, and then I got points for that, right? Because I wanted to write out, try to make the process more visible, because it just seems like oh, I started a store and I'm making money. Well, there's all this work that people did behind the scenes. Okay, so Enrique, if I was to run another the co-working space is 24 hours. Like the link will always work because it's a Zoom link. But I'm there every day at 7 o'clock in the morning because that works for Andrea in her time zone.
7 o'clock for me is 1 a.m. 1 p.m. Sorry. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's 1 p.m. I think I can do it.
But you're working during the day, don't you? Like 1 a.m.
Yeah, but at 1 a.m. I am on a break, lunch break.
Oh, that's
so I can do it.
Okay, so if you're watching this, because I'm gonna do a second hour, or because I need to start grinding away on my TPT store, because otherwise I'm not creating products. But I also want to grind away on my TPT blog, because otherwise I don't update my blog.
Oh yeah, I need to work on my blog.
Right. Too. So I was going to come up with a second time, and there were a few people in the community where I know that the time that we meet, it's just the middle of the day where they're at, and it doesn't work. But if this interests you, you should keep an eye out for that email, or leave a comment in the YouTube channel. Okay, so now my question, Enrica, is what would be different about the Facebook group? What does
it's more immediate.
Yeah.
You can pop a question and have answer, and I don't know, maybe it's me because it's something that I know better. And so it's easier for me to go there and to look for things and to connect with people. I'm not sure it's my mindset or it's real, but this is what I feel. It's easier.
And 100%, that's important because you're the mindset of the audience. right? Because the target audience are TPT sellers like you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think.
And I think you should send out an email with a form inside to ask people if they want a Facebook group, a SEOTpreneur group.
And if would we
If the answer is yes, I commit live on TV. I commit to help you manage the Facebook group.
would we make, so you know how when you join a Facebook group there are rules about,
Yeah, of course, we would
would we
make
put in
our
rules?
rules,
Would there be rules about politeness?
of course, and people who are not polite will be banned forever.
Or do you think because
Sentinel.
do you think because it's a public channel, people will sort of be more polite anyway? Because
I hope so, but just
yeah.
in case, better safe than sorry, we will have rules.
But see, this is interesting because I find that idea about power interesting, because then you have the power to kick out, or like, I don't know. That's so
empowering.
It is, but unless you're on the outside. But yeah, okay. So because so many interesting ideas. I'm gonna leave that thought there. Any last thoughts or words for the crowds, Enrica?
Oh, happy Thanksgiving. I think it's Thanksgiving in a couple of days in the
Yeah.
US.
If you're in
We
Europe,
don't have that, but happy Thanksgiving.
happy Thanksgiving.
And my thanks is to Mike and to life that put Mike in my life. Yeah, and for everybody, for the community that I found with TPT. I said earlier that TPT brings me joy, and community and people I met along the way is the most, it's the biggest part of this joy, more than money, more than success, more than everything. Connecting with people.
Yeah, I was chatting with Andrea about that at the Homework Club, and one of the ideas was that, like, doing this stuff with SEOTpreneur and chatting with other TPT sellers brings me a lot of joy. Like, there's a mental health point. I mean, there's controversy stuff, but like, I genuinely enjoy chatting with sellers like Enrica and like other sellers who are watching this and just hearing about their stories. Like, I think the journey is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is.
All right, leave a comment. Tell us what you think about a Facebook group, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Wait, there's a video I need to stall. See, I feel like I need to be better at this. There should be a video.